Hey guys, day 170 of my 365-day challenge. Here with my TinTin, my Rhiannon-chan,
Hi, welcome.
Mishi, hubby over here.
We're all here chilling by the fire.
And Rhiannon came up with today's, which is what, Rhiannon?
I said about treating animals right.
Okay.
Okay. So, because it's all in honor of TinTin, really.
Yes.
Because, you know, this little pooch is here. And I think, you know, like a lot of people, hey, wait.
And he's like,
hey,
and
bye.
I'm out. He's like, and I'm going to
Bye,
go chase.
Felicia.
I'm going to go chase daddy down.
He's following his
Well, our
dad.
animals are some of our greatest teachers.
Yes, they are.
And they are kings and queens of their kingdom, as my friend Courtney says.
Mm-hmm.
And TinTin is definitely one of the kings of the house. And
He rules it.
yeah, I feel like treating animals for sure properly, especially like our animals in our homes, are super important because it's like what you put out is what you get back, right?
Mm-hmm.
What have you gained being a fur mommy?
From being a fur money, it's from my money. I lose a lot because I spend so much on her.
Yeah, dogs are really expensive.
That just came
True
out.
story.
Obviously, I was meant to say that.
For mummy, for mummy. Don't mind her, guys. Come on, people are waiting for you.
They love it.
Yes.
Okay, so no, being a fur mummy has been the most challenging and most beautiful thing that I've had in the past year. I spoke about it more on my channel, but one thing that I really learned is unconditional love, which everyone talks about when they have a dog. I feel it's not an uncommon thing when people talk about
Or
the
a baby.
unconditional love, because you can literally give so much love and attention to a dog, but then sometimes when the attention isn't quite there, they will still love you as much as that they feel. And you can go away for like 5 minutes, or you could go away for like, you know, 2 hours, and the dog will treat you exactly the same the minute you walk into that apartment. And it's a really nice like bond that humans and animals can have, that bond. Like, I mean, I kind of want to even show this because Ingo is now playing with
We'll give you a
TinTin,
little.
and he's
We can
playing
see
with,
it's too
like,
dark.
treats.
They're
He's
playing.
giving him unconditional love. He's spending time. He's giving affection to the dog, and it's so natural. And I think that's just like a beautiful thing. But if we're talking about like animals and how to treat them right and stuff, now I know there's a big thing. I am going to go into this. If there's a big thing because of the veganism that is out there and being vegetarian and stuff like this, and there's one thing that I always hear when it's like a lot of people are like, I can never not eat meat. So my thing is that it's not always just about not eating meat to help animal kind. If there's something that you really feel that, you know, you have that conflicting feeling about, like, I don't want to hurt animals, but I struggle with the meat and all of this, like, it's not that I really get it, but at the same time I'm like, okay, but then think still, how can you improve on animal lives, the agriculture that goes out there, like our environment as humans. And I think about like, well, switch it with even with that, like the products that you use. So like makeup, all of my makeup that I use is vegan and cruelty free. So start with things like that. When people say they want to become vegan, people associate, you know, becoming vegan and going straight into the fact that, oh, I want to stop eating meat, or fish and all of this. Whoa, that fire just blew up.
It's just the wind.
Whoa! It's just the wind. We're called the devil today. It's just that. The devil. Anyway, what I'm saying is that if there is something inside of you that actually feels like I want to do more for animal kind, but I'm not really too sure like where I should go with this, like, don't just think about the food that you eat, think about everything, like everyday life. What are the products that you're using on your face, your hair, your cleaning products? Are they vegan? Are they cruelty free? I think that's the biggest thing. And just see if there is something that you can, you know, replace in your household. Even your detergent for your clothes and things like this. I can't remember the brand that I use because I think it's made in the UAE. But it's cruelty free, and I make sure that it's not tested on animals before I even use it on my own self. So that is a big beginning with becoming vegan and more, you know, cruelty-free
Conscious.
minded. Yeah, conscious. And I think that's a
having
really
things
good
with
thing.
integrity. And it's
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is that you, an animal, especially a dog or a pet, it really does love you unconditionally. So let's be unconditionally loving to them. And, you know, if you do want to eat meat, finding places where it's in integrity, using products that are in integrity around that. And I mean, I will say I'm not vegan, and I've understood in the past how, you know, even with medicine and things like that, with testing on animals because it's for like the betterment of humankind. But I also get this whole perspective too of treating animals as, like, in a sense, how we would want to be treated, because they're still a living being. And from my heritage of being Cherokee, like, and the Native Americans and how they really respected everything, I think it's a beautiful thing. And I know that there are a lot of hunters and people out there who are very respectful
There
with
is a beautiful
animals
way
and things
of,
like that as well. But
yeah.
it's just, I think, respecting animals,
And
because
there
they
is this
respect
beautiful
us.
way of like how humans and animals can work together. It's just still having that respect, having that you know, that kindness and that unconditional love with it all. But I just think the cruelty side needs to calm down
I mean,
a bit.
nobody needs cruelty in their life, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you for sharing, Rhiannon.
No worries.
And I know that there's been a lot of shifts, especially with all the documentaries out, and it is just bringing that awareness not only for animals, because in the end, guys, it comes right back to us, because it's the environment, it's all the things. And there are so many products out there with a ton of chemicals already, so they're probably not that great for us anyways. So yes, let's just...
And I do just want to say, it really has to come from within. It's not to do with fashion and stuff like this. Like, okay, we're all very aware about what's happening, whatever you believe in, but it really has to come from within. When I became a vegetarian, when I was super young, I didn't even know what a vegetarian was. I just knew that it was wrong. And I think that's just where it all comes from, like within inside yourself, because that's the one thing that's going to keep you going. And I do believe that, you know, with animal agriculture and the way that the environment is, if you
the environment
have, you know, if you really care about the human race, then you should care about, you know, what you're eating and what you're producing and how things are done. And I'm gonna say it really clear right now, but I think you're pretty silly if you don't actually realize that, you know, this is actually a movement that actually really needs to change, and you need to do more, you know, research on it.
Rhiannon calling people out.
Yeah, I am. So yeah. I mean, we could go into it, but I know that it's also, you know, it's your video. And,
Speak your truth,
so,
girl. It's all good.
so that's just the way that it is, and it makes me laugh about some comments that I hear about, like, I don't know how you can live without me, and
it's okay.
you
Don't
know,
even
blah,
go
blah,
that
blah.
direction. We don't need to put energy there.
But it's still out there, and it's still something that needs to, like, change. And it's good that this video is being made.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Bottom line is, guys, live in your truth and your integrity. And I think a lot of it is when we're not thinking just on ourselves, but we think outside to what's the benefit for the world, right? But thank you guys for being in the video, Rhiannon. We appreciate you. And we had some vegan pizzas tonight in honor of your lifestyle. Yes, TinTin, make a cameo. We have like a minute left. Say bye.
Bye, my
He's
friend.
very grateful. Yes, you good boy. You good boy.
Jasmine's gonna be jealous.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love your animals and just spread love and integrity. Holla to that.